Hi.
Let's go! It starts with an A and ends with anxiety. Off the charts levels of passion. That's just a nightmare. With you wherever you are. Welcome to LFR.
I forgot about Victory Puppies last video, and I was hoping to make up for it. There was no victory to be had. I'll explain where I am in a second. Leafs lose 3-1 to the New York Islanders. But first, the NHL Star Sticks meal is back at McDonald's Canada, and folks, it's got a hold on me. It's become a little bit of a tradition to swing through the drive-thru on my way back from the rink. I'm an elite athlete. I need my fuel. You get it. The collection is looking great. And the Hockey Hero Burger is pretty excellent as well. It's such a throwback. Feel like a kid again. And not because my team's bad. My friends and I have been trading between Makar, McDavid, Celebrini, and more. NHL Star Sticks are available at participating McDonald's Canada while supplies last. And now, we are giving away 2 prize packs. I need you to lock in. We're talking a signed promotional jersey and a $100 NHL gift card times 2. Both bundles signed by Austin Matthews. To enter, hit the link in the YouTube description, fill out the form, and you're in the running. Open to Canadian residents only, excluding Quebec. Contest rules apply and are available on the entry form. Winners will be chosen on April 1st, 2026. No joke. I mean, it is on April Fool's Day, but it's not a joke. Good luck. All right, now let's talk about the game. Hey, you want to know something real silly? Did you know that this game was blacked out in Nova Scotia? You want to know how I learned that? I'm in Nova Scotia. I'm here in Truro, Nova Scotia for a little event with Tyler Hellard, who is the author of Searching for Terry Punchout. That is the book that I'm championing on CBC's Canada Reads in April. And that is my book. That's got nothing to do with Canada Reads. I just wanted to show it. And also Drew was like, do you have anything to like zhuzh up the background? And I was like, no. And he's like, did you remember to bring your jersey? And I'm like, no. But it was the St. Pat's game. So I have a green shirt and that'll have to do. So I put about as much effort into this as the Leafs did because boy. So we're going to talk about what little I saw of the game, but also we're going to talk about a little signing because the Leafs signed a guy and he might help them not be bad anymore. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe. We'll see. So, over the past couple of years, there have been things that save the Leafs. Sort of like how Matthew Schaefer has saved the Islanders. A team that we can aspire to because they finished 10th from last year and won the draft lottery anyway, getting a generationally talented defenseman. And that is, yes, it's an overused word. It is. It very much is. But he's breaking records. Goaltending saved their bacon on a lot of nights last year. Austin Matthews with the 60-plus goal seasons twice. This year, the thing holding them in games, besides, let's be honest, still goaltending on a lot of nights, the penalty kill. You lose Nick Waugh, you lose Scott Lawton, you lose a big chunk of the penalty kill. Boy, was it rough. Callum Ritchie was able to have a 2-point night, first setting up Braden Shen, who you just remembered is on the Islanders. Islanders fans are like, I knew that. Yeah, but we didn't. We were too busy moaning about how our team stinks. And of course, chaos in front. Shen's wide open. It's a goal. Not much Wool can do. He's been the most valuable Leaf of the maybe season. I said that because I couldn't think of a time frame quickly enough. Like, I don't know, the last 5 games or whatever. And the net front, it's just there. It's just there. Do whatever you want with it. The Islanders score seconds into their second power play. It's 2-0 in the first period. It's basically over. And you know what? Silly me. It wasn't basically over because there's another guy who's basically been their MVP over the last 5 games, and that's Bo Grew. Keeping the Leafs in it by, here's how magical Bo Grew is. I'm trying not to wake the hotel up. This dude creates a turnover with hard work, and he gets the puck to Steven Lorentz. The most snake-bitten player in the entire league. Like, it's been insane. It's been insane if you've really been paying attention. Think Michael Grabner, but from Waterloo. And he buries it. His teammates were so excited. It wasn't just that they scored, it was that he scored. Hooray for Steve. Leafs are right back in it. Here they come. No, William Nylander gives it away because he's dog-tired, and John Tavares can't do anything because he's dog-tired, and Matias Michelli, I don't know if he's not trying or dog-tired, and everything is awful and brutal, and D'Angelo's able to get it to Emil Heineman, who apparently this year forgot how to miss. Crazy fantasy player. All he does is hit, shoot, and score. Islanders go into the third period with a 3-1 lead and then outshoot the Leafs in a third period that the Leafs were losing the entire time. I know I hit the table. I'm sorry. Now, there were 2 other noteworthy things about this game. Number 1, this was a game between the New York Islanders and the Toronto Maple Leafs. Something like, I was reading, half the building was Matthew Schaefer's friends and family. Presumably the other half were Leaf fans who didn't have anything else to do on a Tuesday. But there was one guy in a Habs jersey for no good reason other than he wanted to say meh. Or, again, he's real sad about Emil Heinemann. Well, a puck gets deflected into the stands and hits this dude whack right in the dome. And at first, it was... Listen, he's the only dude in a Habs jersey in the entire building. It was a little funny. And then the camera goes on him on TV, not in Nova Scotia, but in places where you were able to see it. And it shows, oh, he's in legitimate pain. I don't like that oh, that's really uncomfortable. But luckily, tough guy, they show him later on and he's laughing about it. And you can barely even tell he's been hit. No huge goose egg, no cut. That had to be a weird one with the Leafs and arena staff. Because what happens if someone gets hit with a puck, right? You give them stuff. Someone gets hit with a ball at a baseball game. You give them a bat or something. You're the Leafs and you go down and you're like, hey, do you want me to tell him to deflect it again? Or I would love to know if that happened and if that was recorded. Anyway, good for the guy. I hope his head is all right. Number 2, Morgan Rielly fought a guy. It's incredible. We're still dealing with the fallout of the Anaheim Ducks Radko Gudas kneeing Austin Matthews thing. I mean, the fallout is you're not playing with your best player and captain for the last 16 games of the season. But it is still a story all these days later, because the Leafs haven't played at home since, about how the team responded and how angry everyone in the organization was that no one on the ice responded when Matthews was hurt. And this includes the general manager, Brad Treliving, supposedly calling players. And I didn't see any names named, but Cowan was on the ice, Nylander was on the ice, Rielly was on the ice, Carlo was on the ice. Easton Cowan fought later that game, and he spoke about it before this game. Like, he feels bad about it. I mean, the rookie shouldn't be made to fight. William Nylander has been good lately. He did not have a good game in this one. Brandon Carlo, I have just come to learn not to expect anything of. Morgan Rielly, after Kyle McLean gives Joseph Woll a little bit of a chop, says, screw you, let's fight. Was it a good fight? No. Could you even give him the win? I don't know. It's not about that, man. It's about a willingness to go to battle for your teammates. It doesn't take any bravery to be the bigger, stronger, tougher person and kick someone's. Sometimes you got to be okay with the potential that they might kick your. At very least, in this game, Mo did that. I don't know if Morgan Rielly for Kyle McLean is a great trade, but it's not about that. And with so few games remaining and with the playoffs out of reach, just do it. Now, there was news. Adam Wilde wanted a standalone video for this, and he's not getting it. The Toronto Maple Leafs have signed a defenseman out of university named Vincent Borgesi. Steve, you put a lot of Italian on that, so I don't know for sure that he's Italian, but I looked it up, and that's an Italian name. In fact, on HockeyDB, he goes by Vinny Borgesi. Nails. He was voted the second most Italian player on the Northeastern hockey team behind his teammate Giacomo Martino. That's a real name, Giacomo. So this is actually a really interesting signing because it's kind of outside of Brad Treliving's MO a little bit. He's a defenseman. That's actually not outside of his MO at all. He's signed a lot of defensemen since getting here. The man, who is 22, is listed at 5'8" on most sites. The Leafs try to squeak another inch in there, and in the news release it says he's 5'9". Whether he's 5'8" or 5'9", I don't care. In the NHL, both of those is short. And he's not particularly stocky either, listed at 174 pounds. Did I mention he shoots right? Yes, so you don't care about those things. He has been the top scoring defenseman at Northeastern University for 3 straight seasons now. He didn't put up quite as many points this season as he has in other seasons, but the team didn't score as much. And worth noting, he played 2 seasons in the USHL before going to college. One of those seasons was with Matthew Knies. There's a lot of reason to suspect that the Leafs have had their eyes on this player for a while. One, because of Knies, but even like he played in university with a guy named Gunnar Wolf-Fontaine, who is also in the Leaf system. Again, wild name. Northeastern University men's hockey team, like elite names. But I was surprised to see the chatter. Like, these were long before Borghese signed with the Leafs. This was a year ago, March of 2025. Foley said, back at the podium, let me clear my throat. Vincent Borgesi is one of the best defensemen in college. Vincent Borgesi was great at Northeastern. Signed Vincent Borgesi to a pro contract if you want to look smart. This was over a year ago. Elite prospects. Vincent Borgesi was the 14th 14th ranked prospect in the Elite Prospects 2026 NCAA Free Agency Guide. From Nathan Strauss, again, this was like a month and a half ago. I say this every time before UMass faces Northeastern, but can't say enough about how impressive Vinny Borghazi is. Plays 28 to 32 minutes a game, all situations. Wears the C, he's the captain. He is up there with Ufko, Fensor, etc. for elite HEA D-men. Some org will get extremely lucky. And it looks like that's us. Some orgs will look at the 5'8", 170 and pass, but that's a mistake, in my opinion. Elite competitor. Dude, that's what they need. That's the kind of player they need. They need to get younger. He's younger. They need the ability to generate offense from the back end, which they sorely, sorely lack throughout the organization, and he does that. You always need competitors. You always need dudes named Vinny. You need defensemen who shoot right. This kid ticks a lot of boxes. And it's a 2-year contract that he signed that doesn't kick in until next season. But for the rest of the season, now that his college season is over, he is on a tryout deal. This happens sometimes with university guys with the Toronto Marlies. So that's where he's going to play for the rest of the season. Maybe they send him down to Cincinnati. I don't know. But probably plays with the Marlies. Maybe he works out. Maybe he doesn't. But signing a talented, highly sought after 22-year-old right shooting defenseman is never a bad thing, especially when you don't have to give up any assets to do it. This is good news. It's outside of Bo Grew, like, what do we got, man? So, you know what? I'm going to wrap it up. I'm going to wrap it up from Truro because my flight got delayed like 3 times. I'm tired. But if you're going to the event, I'm looking forward to seeing you. There is a meet and greet after, and I will meet you and greet you. For now, my friends, that is it for this one. Thank you very much for watching. Click like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. Tell all your friends. Vinny Borgesi. And not the current NHL product, but the future.